Welcome to Bellow Field, where for the first time in over 2 years, we are live on JumboCast with a Tufts playoff game. Today, the third-seeded, fourth-ranked Jumbos play host to the sixth-seeded Bowdoin Polar Bears in the first round of this year's NESCAC tournament. As the reigning NESCAC champs, the Jumbos are looking to take their first step toward defending that crown. I'm Riley Daniel, and alongside me to cover this game is Ethan Grublich. Ethan, where will today's game be won or lost?
I think today the Tufts Jumbos are going to walk out with a fat W because they're going to beat the Bowdoin Polar Bears after a hard-fought battle last week that ended in a 1-1 draw at Bowdoin. Conditions played a role in that. Conditions are going to play a role in this game, but not as much as they did last week. It's going to be a highly contested match again, but the focus of the Jumbos should be to score some goals early, get out on the front foot so they can focus on defending, which they've done so well here, especially at Bellow Field, where they've won all 6 of their games this season.
Yeah, the Jumbos have been phenomenal here at Bellow. You're really confident today, Ethan, huh?
Yes. Confident as always in these reigning champions.
I mean, I feel like that's the way to be. Though, Ethan, can you talk about the last week and how Jumbos have seemingly lost a little bit of their mojo?
Yeah, I was really surprised to see that 2-0 loss to Conn College. You really watch these teams and you think that they're invincible, but they're not, and sometimes there will be a bump in the road like there was against Conn College, but today is a new day. The Jumbos are at home defending their turf where they've won every single one of their games this season, and I'm confident that they'll get the job done after reflecting on this last week, which is certainly a challenge for the program.
Yep, we are about ready to kick off here at Bellow. And we are now going to kick off, and immediately right underway is Bowdoin, and they will reset, playing it back to Brown. Now it is controlled nicely by Wantarena, and now wide to the right to Steinberg. So, goes around Gherkin, who slips, and here comes Steinberg. Steinberg looking to play a through ball down the wing, looking for the runner. There, it is controlled in the corner. Daly over to connect. And that is going to go out for a Bowdoin throw to be taken by Brown. Throw all the way back will be controlled by Wantarena. Now taken nicely by Travis Van Brewer, and here the Jumbos can look to counter. That's Sean Trainer on the ball. Has Jacobs in front of him. Sean Trainer still going. Tries to lay it off wide, gets it past the defender, and here comes Van Brewer. Van Brewer on his right foot, Van Brewer with a shot. Oh, deflected out of play. Good idea. Good attack right away from the Jumbos.
Yeah, that's certainly what the Jumbos want to be doing early. Already we're seeing conditions play a role in this game. We saw Max Cook slip, which gave Bowdoin space to get into the attacking third. And now we saw like a little bit of a misstep by one of the Bowdoin defenders. It's going to result in a corner kick for the Jumbos.
Brewer to take the in-swinger with his left foot. Some big heads up in that box. That one swung towards the back post. Daly fighting for it. Oh, keeper drops it. Pops free towards the top of the box. Out as far as it is fought for by Clivio, and that is Cooper fighting for it against Clivio. That ball is going to go out for a Bowdoin goal kick.
And maybe we'll be saying it all day. That could be the result of conditions again, that mishandling of the ball by the goalkeeper. I've played soccer out here a number of times when it's been wet outside, and the ball does get extremely slippery. Just slipped off those hands of the goalkeeper for the Polar Bears, Kingston, but luckily for him, it hasn't resulted in a Tufts opening goal.
For sure, for sure. They are lucky to still be even. Big boot there from Kingston. And right away you can see that skidding off the turf and going out for a Jumbos throw. Gherkin into Calvin Arrow. Back to Daly, being pressed. And it will go back to Eric Lauta. Now to Clivio. Clivio going to take space, look to send in a through ball. Clivio looks it through, nicely played, now Trainer's on it. Trainer hits off a hands of the Bowdoin defender. Ref says play on, pops to Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow plays it wide to Liam Gherkin. Liam Gherkin down the line looking for Sean Trainer. Sean Trainer across the box. And that is going out for a goal kick.
Good attacking play again from the Jumbos early in this game. Getting the right idea. We saw Sean Trainer get open. He couldn't quite bring the ball down to rush towards goal, but again, the right idea is happening for the Jumbos.
For sure, for sure. Jumbo's definitely looking good early. Kingston looking ready to take the goal kick. That one hangs up in the winds. Did not go very far, and Jacobs is on it. Jacobs already in behind the defender. Looks to play a ball across. No one there for the run. That'll run long. Getting it out is Steinberg. To midfield where it'll be taken by Clivio. Clivio looking for Van Brewer. Van Brewer gets taken out, and that's going to be a free kick for the Jumbos. And the Bowdoin bench, is not happy about that call.
That was a good call by the referee, I think. We saw Van Brewer go falling to the ground. Van Brewer playing sort of high. He was the one who got possession, or no, he didn't get possession, but he pressed high and forced a turnover. Clivio got it, and now the Jumbos will have a free kick.
A Bowdoin player down behind the ball. That is Selig. Unclear what seems to be the cause of this issue. Looks to be something in his left leg.
Yeah, and as Coach Desatel will have you know, once the athletic trainers come onto the field, that player has to come off. We saw early in the season that was an issue where the athletic trainers rushed onto the field to think that maybe a player needed treatment. The player got up, thought he was okay to play, but Desatel appealed to the rules.
Coming on to replace him will be Donlin. Donlin has started the majority of the games for Bowdoin, but has been replaced more recently by Dylan Reed. And he will slot in to the spot replacing Selig in the center of defense.
So Bowdoin with some flexibility in that back line, able to switch their usual starting right back, or at least the right back that started the last game against the Jumbos. They slot him in at right center back.
Van Brewer now to take the free kick. Left foot, going to outswing this one towards the back post, it looks like. Good outswinger, looking for a runner. Oh, the head of the keeper and in! That was not what was intended, but it's 1-0 Jumbos just like that. Travis Van Brewer makes it 1-0, 4 minutes into the game.
Unbelievable goal by Travis Van Brewer. I don't think he had any idea that was going to be a shot on goal, but it sailed perfectly in the side netting, out of the goalkeeper's reach. And we have an opening goal and an opening lead for the stellar Tufts Jumbos defense to come and defend. That's what they wanted, and that's what they got.
Yeah, Ethan, you were talking about it. We needed a good start. Well, we got one. And now it'll be interesting to see how this Bowdoin team responds. And it is controlled and played wide to Bird. And now it'll be played back, controlled by keeper. Ooh, almost taken by Trainer. Ball in the air, being fought for. Cooper's on it, trying to play Bird. Fighting for it is Cooper. And now Gherkin wins it for the Jumbos. And now it is Travis Van Brewer playing it back to Ian Daly. Ian Daly, a good ball over the top, over the head of the defender. And now in is Sean Trainer, but he is offsides. Great ball there from Ian Daly. Just could not find Trainer before he drifted off.
The offsides call for sure is indicative of the strategy that Tufts is employing after they scored that first goal. We saw Trainer also pressing high. They're looking to add on to this lead
for
even
sure.
5 minutes into the game.
For sure, they're not content.
This early in the game, they're not going to sit back and defend.
Calvin Arrow up for that, cannot win it. Paoletta does win it though. Trainer looking for Arrow, and now it'll come to Bay. Played back, looking for Donlin. Being pressed by Trainer. Trainer forces it out for a Bowdoin throw. Once
again, good press by the Jumbos attackers, stifling
For
a Bowdoin
sure.
counterattack.
Absolutely, and here it is, won it back again by the Jumbos. Laid off nicely to Van Brewer. Van Brewer plays it all the way wide to Cook. Cook on it. Cook on it with his left foot, stands up a ball looking for Gherkin. Can't get it there. Enge going to fight against Bay for that ball. That ball goes wide, and there's going to be a foul behind the play against the Jumbos.
Max, if it's on, you can play it, but also be a little more aggressive. Go at him.
And quickly taken, the Jumbos win it back. It's Max Cook. Now to Van Brewer again. Van Brewer plays a ball. They are testing out Donlin right away. And here comes Bowdoin. Bay now looking to send in. That is Hausman making a run, and it pops. And now here comes Bay. Bay on the edge of the box, into the feet. Looking for Reed. Behind Reed as he had him, and it'll go out wide. Bird now with his sliding tackle. Ian Daly will control for the Jumbos. Ian Daly did not do a good job dealing with that, and that'll go out for a corner. Not quite sure what Daly was trying there.
Well, this is the best attacking sequence we've seen from the Polar Bears on the day. Good link up between Bay and Ward. Ward just couldn't get a shot away, and
For sure.
The fight on the end of that has resulted in a corner kick.
Yeah, you can't have situations like that, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, these chances will probably come far and few between for the Polar Bears, who are far out dominated in the number of shots on goal. So
here it is, Bay to take the corner. In swinger, looking for the header. That's passes by Wantarena. Down goes a Polar Bear, and two now, and now is a Jumbo down in the box. Seem to have gotten spiked. And for the second time in 8 minutes, we have an injury stoppage. It looks as if there might be a card about to be shown.
Yeah, if there were spikes involved there and that was the cause of the pain that Clivio's feeling right now, cards could certainly be in play here. He gets up, though. No need for athletic trainers.
That's a good sight to see for the Jumbos and just for everyone involved. You don't want to see cards in a NESCAC playoff game. You don't want to see players getting hurt, for sure.
Now they're going to do some sequence that I believe will result. No, it's out for a throw despite the injury.
Yeah, Jumbos do not seem happy with that result, but there's nothing the ref really can do about that. It's up to the Bowdoin team to give it back to the Jumbos, and it doesn't seem as if they're inclined to do so.
Indeed, it looks like both teams are preparing for an attacking throw-in by the Polar Bears.
This one will be taken, it looks like, by the right back, Steinberg.
Come on, White. Come on, White.
Down the line, given away by Ward, and now the Jumbos can look to counter. Sean Trainer looking to step to that ball, but instead pops to Cooper. Cooper in to Ward, but is given away. Out to Trainer now. Trainer looks to send in Jacobs, overhit that ball. It'll go all the way back to Kingston, who will reset for the Polar Bears. And he'll play Donlin, and they can look to turn and counter. Wide to Brown. Brown being pressed, plays it into Cooper. Cooper back to Donlin. Way overhit, looking for Bird down that left wing. Daly had it covered anyway. Ethan, you think the rain is becoming a problem?
I don't believe it's been much of a problem so far. I think the main things we've seen with conditions being an issue was Max Cook slipping, which opened up Bowdoin play early in that half.
I'm going to have to cut you off. Here comes Sean Trainer onto his right foot here. Sean Trainer looks to cut back. Can't. Now onto his left foot. Looks to set up a ball. Max Jacobs controls it with his chest at the top of the box. Ball bouncing around. Deflected. Controlled nicely by Bowdoin. Out only as far as Enge. Wide now to Max Cook on his left foot. Max Cook fakes like he's going to stand up. A ball gets taken down. Ref says no call. And that'll go out for a goal kick. No real protest from Max Cook. That seems like a clean play that just didn't work out for the Jumbos there.
Indeed, looking for the call. He went to ground and realized he wasn't quite fouled there. No complaint from either side.
Kingston to take another goal kick. Bay tries to win it, can't. Bird now stepping up against Enge, and it'll pop instead for Ward. Ward still fighting for it. Now Bird has it. Wide on that left wing for Brown. Into Cooper. Looks to Bird. Bird back to Brown. That'll be foul against Tufts behind the ball. And a free kick for Bowdoin. Just quickly switches the field for Steinberg. All the way over is Max Jacobs to counter and get to that ball. Cook can't leave it off for Jacobs, and it'll come instead to Steinberg. Steinberg on his right foot. Still gets wood up towards the back post. Bird over his head. That was a good idea. Cooper looking to get to there, but Calvin Arrow is there first. Cooper fighting against Calvin Arrow on that wing. Over to help his Daly. Calvin Arrow fighting for it. Now Cooper. In is Ward. Still fighting for it. Ward. Now Arrow gets it out as far as the first line. Paoletta boots that thing all the way back into the Bowdoin half, giving the Jumbos a bit of a respite.
Hey, hold! Down. Be aware!
Good ideas again by the Polar Bears on the attack. Steinberg had looked for a cross and just couldn't quite find anyone in there.
For sure, for sure.
Take 5!
Quickly now. Good step there from Gherkin. Can't control it, but it'll come to Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow cannot find a teammate, and now Bay will control for the Polar Bears. Being pressed nicely by Van Brewer, who fouls him behind the play again. And then Van Brewer with a little bit of a back heel. Going to get a bit of a warning from the referee for that one.
Max Cook, be aware here!
And immediately they play it wide to Steinberg. He will look to send in another ball, it looks like. Looks for Ward. Ward was not waiting for it, and Paoletta will take it for the Jumbos. Max Jacobs with a loose touch. Oh, Clivio, did he touch that ball?
I believe he did.
Referee agrees with you. It is going to be a Polar Bears throw deep in the Jumbos half.
That may have had to do with the slick conditions. Clivio just not being able to get a strong clearance on, or a strong touch on that intended clearance.
That ball bounces around, out by Clivio this time. And now Dylan Reed will control for the Polar Bears. Dylan Reed and Van Brewer fighting over the ball. Van Brewer and Reed still fighting over it. Van Brewer is able to win it. Nicely flicked on by Sean Traynor. Sean Traynor against Reed. Sean Traynor wins the ball against Reed and now cuts in. Sean Traynor now trying to cut around Reed and will do so. Reed's going to try and force him out. Sean Traynor wins a corner. Great work there from Sean Traynor on that left wing to win that corner.
Yeah, great work for sure by Traynor. The Jumbos offense isn't as attacking as it once was. He was really left alone there, but somehow with 2 Polar Bear defenders back on him, he forces that corner.
Van Brewer to take another. 7 in the box. Outswinger towards a runner, flicked on, bouncing around towards the top of the box. Clivio gets there, can't control it. Now a shot from Paoletta wide. That one was never on target, but a good idea from Paoletta there.
Clearances, just inside the foot, big surface.
You don't usually see center backs taking shots like that.
For sure, for sure. And for what seems to be about the 5th time, Kingston will take another goal kick. That one's going to get some distance on it. Calvin Arrow up to step there, but he will only get it as far as Brown. Immediately Gherkin on him. Arrow tries to press onto the next ball, can't control it. Van Brewer will take it. Now the Jumbos can look to counter. Gherkin pressuring Brown. Still on Brown's back. Gherkin fighting and wins it. And now taken down, but the ball went out of play first, apparently. And now here come the Polar Bears. Ward cannot control it. And now it'll pop, looking for Cooper. Cooper will play it wide to Steinberg. Steinberg again on that right wing. Steinberg has runners. Steinberg looks to play it through for Bay and Ward, both of which were cutting to their right as he played it left where there was no runner. Bit of miscommunication there as they look to have been through. Ethan, what do you think? Do you think the Jumbos have kind of taken their foot off the gas a little bit after that first goal?
Yeah, it really looked like it. You could see it from that play where Sean Traynor by himself had to force the corner kick. But luckily, those types of plays with the extra effort behind them, can result in attacking opportunities for the Jumbos, which it did with the corner kick.
Nicely controlled by Enge. Now Max Cook has it. Max Cook with a great ball down the line looking for trainers. That's gonna run too long. That's an example of what happens on this wet turf.
Yeah, and that's also an example of what happens when your team takes the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Sean Trainer again back there with 2 Bowdoin defenders, just not able to get to it, but there weren't many other options.
Kingston with yet another goal kick. That one's going to hang up. Arrow's going to fight for that one. He's going to win it and then win the second ball to Liam Gherkin. Liam Gherkin on the right wing, running against Cooper. Liam Gherkin. Cooper with a great slide tackle, but it will be a Jumbo's throw. Last-ditch tackle in there from Cooper, excuse me, who had to prevent Gherkin from putting in a cross there.
In the box, Max Cook.
Ian Daly all the way up from right back to put this throw into the cross. Max Cook going to come up into the box. Ball bouncing around. Trainer tries to turn onto it. Jacobs is still bouncing around the box. Out as far as Daly. Daly and Paoletta trip over each other, and here comes Bowdoin with Ward. He has Bay to his left, and he has Bird to his right. Jumbo's getting back. He plays it wide to Bird. Bird one-on-one against Clivio. Bird's going to cut onto his left foot. Looking for a runner. Tries to play a ball through. Gets it out only as far as... It'll go all the way back to Steinberg. Steinberg's going to look to put in a ball here. Instead, he'll play to Bay. Bay cutting onto his left foot. Will reset it with Juantorena. Juantorena will swing it wide to Brown. Brown on his left foot. Has a runner to his left. He plays Cooper. Cooper's going to swing in a ball here. Cooper, the in-swinger. Pull it away. Calvin Arrow now. Calvin Arrow nicely into Jacobs. Jacobs tries to lay it off. Sean Trainer can't control it. And Juantorena will control for the Polar Bears. Wide to Brown. A lot of space there. Good step there from Ian Daly to prevent that through ball. Ian Daly looks down the line, trying to play Sean Trainer. Can't control it. It'll go out for a Jumbo's throw.
Solid attacking sequence for the Polar Bears there. Just unfortunate for them to take too long in picking their shots, and they're not going to get one on that.
Yeah, a little too passive there, for sure. Another Jumbo's throw on that right side. Daly trying to play Gherkin, who gets yanked down, and that'll be a free kick.
Can we play? Can we play?
Cooper arguing his case, but he had his hand around the neck of Gherkin there. There's no real argument to that. Calvin Arrow quickly tries to switch the field. Cannot do so, but it'll be controlled by the Jumbos with Enge. And now Max Clivio will reset it. Place it wide to Max Cook. Cook to Clivio. Bowdoin with the high press. Van Brewer now controls it. Plays it to Max Clivio. Down the line looking for Trainer. That'll be flicked into the middle. Juantorena will try and control it. Ball played back. And now the Polar Bears will try and boot it out with the keeper. And now the Jumbos will reset. Good ball looking for Van Brewer, looking for Jacobs. It'll come back to Van Brewer. He'll play Max Cook. Van Brewer with the defender on his back. Bird tries to fight against Van Brewer. Cook will come help. Clivio will play it all the way back to Eric Lauta, who can reset for the Jumbos. Eric Lauta with the boot, looking for Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow tries to win that ball, can't. Second ball won by Enge. Only as far as Juantorena. Cooper. Gherkin gets around Cooper to win that ball. Plays it only as far as Brown, where Polar Bears can reset and look to turn. Juantorena will play it. Now he'll take space, and now he'll play it down the line, looking for and finding it to Cooper. Cooper ball across the back of the net, and now it is cleared away by Clivio. Trainer now fighting for it against, that is Steinberg. Trainer wins it, and now Enge has it. Enge with the defender on his back, that's Bay. Enge plays Max Cook. Houseman over. Jacobs loses the ball to Steinberg and then gives Steinberg a bit of a shove. And now Steinberg's going to get in his face, and this is not going to end well. There's going to be a yellow there, I think. Wow, I'm honestly shocked the ref did not give a yellow to Steinberg there, as he came up right in his face. This Bowdoin team does lead NESCAC in yellow cards. They are not exactly known for their discipline.
Feisty. Well, I think the first push I saw there was from Jacobs.
For sure. For sure. I would have expected, honestly, both of them to get yellows for that. Wantarena now. Plays it wide to Dylan Reed. Travis Van Brewer on it. Stood up that ball over the head of Paoletta and controlled by Eric Lauta, who will immediately leave it for Ian Daly. Ian Daly, Calvin Arrow will control it beautifully. Calvin Arrow will lay it wide for Gherkin. Now to Arrow. That is deflected out of play for Jumbo's throw.
So what happens when you take the next play?
Daly to take. Into Travis Van Brewer. And now it is controlled by Brown. He will reset it to Donlin. Donlin tries to get it out. That ball is blocked by Sean Trainer, out for a goal kick. Good hustle there from Trainer.
Yeah, Trainer has continued to put the foot on the gas pedal, maybe despite what the rest of the team has to do at this moment. He's been instructed with taking that attacking role and pressing.
Yeah. That one is fought for in the air and controlled. That is Hausman, now flicked on by Bird. Ward's going to chase. Ward will try and control. Fighting for it. Nicely played by Gherkin, who's able to get around Ward. Wantarena with the loose touch, and Van Brewer's able to win it out for Jumbo's throw. Jumbos are not going to sub. They have a sub waiting, but the ref decides to play on. Trainer fighting for this ball. Is able to win it back to Gherkin, but it is taken off him by Brown, who will look to spring in Bird. Over is Paoletta to get that out for a throw. Quickly to be taken.
Max, just stay in the middle. You're good there. Max, coach, just pass him on to Cliff if you can.
Plays it wide to Brown. Jonathan's going to force him all the way back to Donlin. Donlin will play Reed. Trainer out all the way to help. Hausman's coming to show for Polar Bears. Now Reed's going to take a touch and now drop it off for Hausman. He has Steinberg wide, and now he plays Ward instead. Back to Hausman. Steinberg's going to show, but it'll play it all the way back to Donlin, who will then lift it up for Cooper. Cooper with lots of space, but no one really showing for him. Plays it nicely into space there. That is Bird, who will play it wide to Steinberg. Lays it off for Hausman. Back to Wantarena. All the way wide to Brown on the left wing. Brown's going to cut on to his right foot with a loose touch. Arrow gets there. Brown takes him out. Ref says cleanly. And the Polar Bears are reset. Wantarena on it. Back to Reed. Sustained possession here for the Polar Bears. Plays it into Cooper. Cooper will take it on his left foot. Cooper going to run a little bit. Plays it wide to Brown. Brown now. Brown going to stand up a ball that is well out of play and out for a goal kick. Jumbos are going to make a sub. Coming out of the game is going to be Gherkin, with Owen Denby coming in on that right side. Owen Denby coming in for the Jumbos, their first sub of the day. Fought for, and now Enge will control it. And now down the line looking for Max Jacobs. Max Jacobs cannot keep it in. It'll go out for a goal kick.
So a bit of a defensive substitution there for the Jumbos. Denby being the defender, and the player coming off, Gherkin being a midfielder.
Yeah, it looks as if the Jumbos are more content to really weather this storm and look to counterattack. I think it's interesting. We haven't seen Mati Kano yet at all. Fought forward by Enge. Nicely played to Calvin Arrow into Van Brewer. Now wide, and that'll be Denby on his right foot. And now into Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow going to switch the field nicely for Sean Trainer. Trainer looks, uses Max Cook as a distraction, now plays Max Cook. Max Cook on the left wing, swings the ball across. That ball pops free in the box, shot by Jacobs, deflected over the bar. What a block there from Donlin, as Jacobs had a clear-cut opportunity. And a nasty last-ditch defending play there from Donlin to keep it from being 2-0.
I really like that build-up play there. Sean Trainer sort of fooling his defender, getting the ball to Cook, who put a great ball in and gave the Jumbos a great attacking opportunity.
Van Brewer with an in-swinger towards the back post. Paoletta standing up, shot on it! Oh, they're going to call the push-off on Paoletta. Saved anyway by Kingston, but a great chance there for the Jumbos off that corner.
Face it!
And it will be Kingston with the free kick. That one stood up. Calvin Arrow gets to that. Now Van Brewer will control. Van Brewer with a nice ball looking for Max Jacobs. Max Jacobs can turn and run against, that is Steinberg. Max Jacobs instead will lay it off for Max Cook, who has lots of space. Plays it nicely into Enge. Enge going to cut onto his right foot, switch it all the way wide to Denby. Denby with his first chance here. Denby trying to cut in. Can't do so. Cannot control it either. They'll go out for a goal kick. Jumbos are going to make a sub here. That'll be Woo Vin Shin coming in. Derek Enge coming out. Woo Vin Shin will replace Enge. Enge's been really solid for the Jumbos so far. Kingston with his 6th goal kick of the first half. One's going to hang up again. Up forward is Calvin Arrow. Wins it over Juantorena. Trainer over to step to the second ball. Cannot get to it. That hits off the hand of Bird, and that'll be a free kick for the Jumbos. Two-stepping there, and immediately the Jumbos will quickly take the free kick. And now it'll go wide to Max Cook, and the Jumbos can look to swing it. Max Cook back to Clivio. That one was not played brilliantly. And it'll go back to Eric Lauta, who has to get rid of it with Bird pressing high. Trainer cannot win it over Juantorena. Hausman gets it on, looking for Bay. Shin can't control it. Now just try to play for Bird. Bird tried to get that ball from Ward. Instead, Clivio gets to it. Jacobs up for it against Reed. Juantorena will reset it to Steinberg. Jacobs on him. Jacobs gets back with a great slide tackle cleanly, but the ref's going to say there was a pull there. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, honestly, it looked pretty clean to me. Interesting call there by the ref to call a foul on that. Again, Steinberg and Max Jacobs getting into it.
Yeah, that's a matchup to watch going forward for sure. And it will be Wilson coming all the way from the left wing to take this free kick. This makes me think they're going to try and stand one up for the back post and look to get a shot here.
For sure.
Wilson, the lefty, will put an in-swinger towards the back post here. Here is the in-swinger. Looking for the head of Reed. Flicked on, bouncing around in the box. Still bouncing in the box, out towards the top of the box where Bird will control. Bird lifts one back in, Lauta up to get there. Gets a touch on it and then gets control of it for the Jumbos. He will punt that one. Sean Trainer's going to go 1-on-2. Brown only can get that out for a throw, and the Jumbos will have a throw in the Bowdoin half.
A bit fascinating there how the Polar Bears couldn't bring that one down with Trainer outnumbered in that attacking third.
Arrow now. Van Brewer with a great turn, and he'll come to Trainer. Trainer cutting in onto his left foot. Will play it behind Max Cook, which will force him to reset to Clivio. Clivio finds Woo Vin Shin with a nice ball. Now a through ball looking for Trainer, little overhit. Good idea there from the Jumbos. Off his line was Kingston quickly to take care of that.
Yeah, that weighted ball had to be inch perfect. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite by Woo Vin Shin, but a great idea there.
Kingston going to play that one off the ground, gets a lot more distance on it, and now here's Bird in behind. Bird controls it, plays it over to Bay. Bay onto his right foot, tries the volley. That would have been audacious. And instead he completely misses it, and Lauta picks it up. Wide to Max Cook, who will control for the Jumbos. Great ball, cut out though by Juantorena. Woo Vin Shin now. And now Arrow. Arrow will play it nicely to Ian Daly. He'll play Denby on that right wing. Denby cuts in. Switches it. Jacobs controls it. Now a 2v1 here for the Jumbos. Jacobs gets inside of Steinberg. And the ref calls a foul on Jacobs. Jacobs is incredulous on that one.
I'm not a fan of that call. Steinberg didn't go down. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact made by Jacobs there.
Houseman to Steinberg. And now Reed. Jacobs is everywhere right now on that defensive end. Steinberg once again, and a good tackle in from Max Cook into the feet of Steinberg. That one over the head. Fighting for it. And now it will be Ward. Ward against Clivio. Cannot do anything. It'll come to Paoletta. That one slides all the way through, and Juan Torino will play it into Bay. Bay with the loose touch. And now the Jumbos can get it out only as far as Brown. Brown will play it back to Donlin. And now he'll play Houseman, who has space. And now it'll go wide to Steinberg. And out to control him is Max Cook. Has the bird to his right, forced in. Nicely done by Wu Vin Shin to pick his pocket. He'll play Calvin Arrow, who has the defender on his back. And now to Clivio. Clivio in around, loses the ball. Ward can't get it. It'll go out, Paoletta off of Ward, and it'll come back to Eric Lauta. Lauta immediately springs it to Ian Daly, and the Jumbos can look to reset. A big switch there, nicely done from Ian Daly to Clivio. Clivio will take a touch, a little of a loose touch. He'll instead play Max Cook. Max Cook gets tripped up. That's a loose tackle there from Houseman and a clear-cut foul.
Jacobs, go. If he gets it under pressure here, you just make that hard run, because when in doubt, we'll just flip it on the channel.
Jumbos with a free kick in their own half. Looks as if it'll be Max Clivio to take this one. He'll play Wu Vin Shin. 2 on him, and now Clivio will control. Nicely in, looking for Trainer, but is cut out. Good step there from Owen Denby, and now Van Brewer has it. Plays wide to Owen Denby. Owen Denby lays it off for Calvin Arrow. Arrow into Travis Van Brewer, wide to Denby. Denby being pressured, gets his pocket picked. That ball down the line, well hit and out of play. Jumbo's going to make a sub here. Max Jacobs coming off, Mikey Brady coming on for the Jumbos.
Just a run-of-the-mill attacker for attacker substitution. The Jumbos looking to preserve Max Jacobs' legs for that second half, as we have just under 13.5 minutes remaining in this first half.
And here is Ward getting to that right wing and trying to play the ball down the line. Houseman cuts in nicely, gets taken out behind the play by Arrow. That's going to be a foul and a free kick in a dangerous spot for the Polar Bears.
I think that was a good call by the referee there. Clear contact made by Arrow on Houseman.
Yeah, I also think that's a good foul by Arrow, because Houseman had gotten around 2, and it would have been an odd man rush for the Polar Bears. This allows the Jumbos to get all their men back behind the ball. It'll be Cooper again to swing one in. Cooper with an in-swinger. That one stood up, bouncing around, and offsides is the call.
That one is going to frustrate Bowdoin's coach. He expresses his frustration with the team.
Denby now. Denby with a long ball looking for Mikey Brady. Mikey Brady's going to turn around, but that ball's going to skid all the way back to Kingston, who will immediately play Steinberg. Mikey Brady's going to come out all the way to challenge Steinberg. Mikey Brady getting all the way out. Steinberg goes down behind the play looking for a call. Instead, he'll overhit that, and Lauta will control it. Lauta plays it over the head of Wu Bin Shin. It'll come back to Van Brewer. Van Brewer with a boot and a half, and Sean Trainer can go chase on Reed's back. Keeper not decisive at all. Almost takes out his own defender. That'll go out for a Jumbo's throw.
Good clearance there by Reed right at the end, but a little miscommunication results in a Jumbo's throw.
Wu Bin Shin on it. Nicely played by Cook. Back to Cook now. Into Van Brewer. And now Sean Trainer. Sean Trainer, Van Brewer. Wu Bin Shin doubled. Good play by Shin. Clivio will have it, and the Jumbos will reset all the way back to Eric Lauta. Good ball back to the wing. Max Cook's going to fight for that ball, but it's over his head, out for a throw.
Move and drop off here. Take a bigger gap.
Down the line, looking for Van Brewer. Van Brewer doubled. He'll drop it off for Cook. Cook into the gap. Mikey Brady's going to turn and run there and will win that ball.
Support it, Trev.
Mikey Brady.
Different angle, Max Cook.
Max Cook there. Max Cook looks like he wants it. Instead, he'll play it to Travis Van Brewer, who will swing one in with his right foot this time. Trainer's trying to get around. That was Donlin, who did not let him get to that ball, and it'll go all the way back. And now here comes Bowdoin looking to counter. Ward trying to keep it in, cannot. Jumbo's throw. Owen Denby trying to take a little space there, cannot, and he'll be told to go back by the referee and take it again. Now he'll take the throw. Not quite sure where he was looking for there, and it'll pop to Bird, but he cannot get it before Clivio does, and it'll be played wide to Max Cook. Max Cook into Arrow, given away. Houseman on it. Houseman gets around Calvin Arrow, and here come the Polar Bears. Looks to play it and plays Bird nicely. Jumbo's getting numbers back behind the ball. Monterreno with it, lays it off for Steinberg. Steinberg with a loose touch. Max Jacobs on him. Good tackle there by Cook, forcing it all the way wide. Now Bird, going to cut it in on his left foot, swing a ball, headed out nicely by Paoletta. Jacobs tries to play Sean Trainer, loose touch there, and that'll be a Jumbo's throw. Well done by Mikey Brady.
Hey, Sean, Mikey, opposite. Sean, Mikey, opposite movement.
Max Cook is going to come out, and Mark Coyne is going to come in for the Jumbos.
So a bit of an attacking substitution in this final 9.5 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, looks as if the Jumbos are no longer content to play the way they've been playing. Nicely done. It's a nice touch there by Coyne, and now Mike Brady. Mikey Brady's going to win that throw. Mark Coyne with it.
Trainer off it. Mikey's head.
That one does not find a head of the Jumbos, and now it finds Coyne, who will control it to Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow looking for Denby, but cannot find him. Instead, it'll find Brown. Cut out nicely by Denby. Jumbos cannot control it. Now they will control it with, that is Woo-Vin Shin, who will play Denby. Shin, now Calvin Arrow all the way wide to Mark Coyne. Mark Coyne gonna run. Mark Coyne being taken out by Steinberg, gets around Steinberg anyway. And now here come the Jumbos.
Box, Mikey!
Jumbos have numbers. Laid off nicely for Woo-Vin Shin. Woo-Vin Shin being doubled. Fighting for it. Now Van Brewer on it. Van Brewer plays a through ball. Mikey Brady can't get to that. It'll go out for a corner.
Jumbo's so close there to getting another chance on goal. Good intervention by the Polar Bears defenders.
It will be, not quite, I think it'll be Woo-Vin Shin. Yeah, it will be Woo-Vin Shin to take this corner. He'll swing it in with his right foot. Looking for a back post run, it looks like. In swinger towards the back post. Overhit, header, goal! That is Ian Daly, it's 2-0. What a ball from Woo-Vin Shin, and it is 2-0 Jumbos. What a ball, what a head, what a goal.
The Jumbos continue to feast on these set-piece opportunities. We saw that first goal scored on the free kick by Van Brewer, and now Daly gets ahead to this ball. Powerful header into the ground. It bounces into the top of the net. Well done by the Jumbos, and it's 2-0 as we approach the end of this second half.
What a ball there, and what a finish, and what a feeling for this Jumbos team to be up 2 goals. Almost on the verge of halftime right now. Bowdoin's going to restart here, looking for something to stem this momentum as the Jumbos seem in complete control right now. Denby gives it away, though. And that'll bounce out of play for a Bowdoin throw. Matthew Braver in for Bowdoin up top to play alongside Bird. That'll be a Jumbo's throw now. Into Ingersoll. Now Mark Coyne's going to fight for it. Gives it away as Bird makes a nice tackle and a dangerous tackle in behind the ball. Sean Trainer gets taken out after coming in for that tackle, and that is not a good sight for this Jumbos team. There's a bit of clock trouble here as the clock has not been running since the goal. They're going to have to reset that. Once we get back to running clock, it'll be a Polar Bears free kick about 30 yards outside of goal. Be taken by Bird.
Trainer looking a little uncomfortable after that foul.
Free kick taken, even though the clock is not running, so the ref's going to make them reset it. And we will wait for the scoreboard to be fixed. All right, now the clock is back to normal, and we can resume play. Ball swung in, caught by Lauta. Nicely done by the Jumbos keeper. Jumbos are going to slowly make their way up the field. Max Clivio on the ball now. That one over the top. Looking for Trainer, cannot find it. Nicely done by Dylan Reed. Controlled in the midfield by Kai DeGrant. And now Calvin Arrow for the Jumbos. Back to Denby, and now wide to Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow, great ball down the line for Mikey Brady. Great run there. Mikey Brady with a slide tackle. Cannot keep it in, though. Good idea there from Calvin Arrow. Just very difficult to put weighted balls like that in this weather.
Bongdia is going to come into the game. So a more inexperienced player on this Jumbo squad is going to get some tournament experience. A great time to get it early in this NESCAC tournament in the first round.
For sure.
With the Jumbos up 2-0 as we approach just under 6 minutes remaining in this first half.
Bowdoin will take their throw in deep in their own half. Jumbos seem very content right now to go into halftime with the current score. They want to just give some of these starters a little bit of a rest, get them nice and ready to play what will likely be all of the second half with only 5 minutes left in this first half. This is a free kick, quickly taken.
Not too early.
I know, I didn't even realize.
Bowdoin on that left wing. Brown cuts back, tries to get around Jacobs. Good high press here from the Jumbos, and Bongdia is going to come and force Donlin in. Houseman with a nice flick on, looking for Bird, but the Jumbos win it back in the midfield with Calvin Arrow. And now Wu-Vin Shin. And now Ingersoll. Ingersoll looks to play Bongdia a little bit overhit, and that'll go out of play for a throw-in.
I think I might have read. Yeah, I heard the whole thing. And I was like, oh.
Bowdoin coach motioning his players into the back of their own half.
That's very, very interesting analysis. It's kind of interesting to see that, especially considering they're down 2-0. Wu-Vin Shin pressing high, and now here come the Jumbos again with a high press that's giving Bowdoin fits right now, but Bowdoin's able to escape it and play it wide to Brown on the left wing. Brown looking for runners, has absolutely no one, and he will be forced to play it all the way back to Donlin. Donlin opens up to play Reed. Reed to Donlin. The Jumbos will be very happy with where this ball is right now. Good press by Denby. Now Mikey Brady's gonna press. And now DeGrand has it. DeGrand can run here. Plays it wide to Bird. Bird's gonna cut in onto his right foot, look to switch to the field maybe. He will try and switch the field. Mark Hoyne's gonna get it all the way up to cut that ball out, but he cannot get it all the way out, only as far as Houseman. Houseman into Bay. Flicked on by Wu-Vin Shin. Wantarita tries to control it, instead it'll go over to Bird. Bird tries to play it all the way wide. Mark Hoyne gets that out for a throw. 3.5 to go in the first half.
Mark Wynn doing his defensive duties as a forward.
For sure. Poor touch there from Bay, and that'll be a Jumbos throw. Jumbos can sense that they are almost to halftime. It'll be a big, big achievement if they can get to halftime with a 2-goal lead here. Flicked on, looking for Bongdia, cannot control it, and Juantorena will have it. Juantorena tries to play it, and now plays it wide to Brown. Being pressed high by Denby. Jumbos are still high pressing. Good press by Bongdia, forces it to be played back to Hausman. Hausman hits it wide, and that will be Steinberg. Steinberg looking to get onto his right foot. Clivio not going to let that happen. It'll be a corner, though. Clivio talking with the bench, saying, I thought I had to get rid of that. I did not want to risk it. Good decision there. And Bowdoin's going to bring what looks to be 7 into the box for a corner, which will reflect just how much they need something here. Jumbos with everyone back behind the ball. Outswinger swung in towards the back post. Flicked on. But Juantorena tries to keep it in. Can, but only to the back post. Out by Clivio as far as Bay. Bay tries to play it back. Gets it to Bird. Bird with a nice turn. Plays it back to Steinberg, who will swing one. Reed flicks it on. Caught by Lauta. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Good attacking idea by Bowdoin there. They really need to put their foot on the gas as we approach halftime. That in-swinger by Steinberg right at the end, just not in the right location for Reed to get the contact necessary to put the ball past Lauta.
Yeah, for sure. Good overhit ball, and DeGrand is going to come chase, but Ian Daly is going to do a great job of shielding that and getting to that ball. He will then play it, looking for Mikey Brady. Instead, he'll come to Woovin Shin, who plays Denby, now Arrow. Arrow's just going to boot that one in the corner, let Bongdia go chase it. Bowdoin will reset with a throw-in and deep in their own half with 1 minute to go here in the first half of Bello. Hausman shanks that one. That'll pop up. And now Woovin Shin's going to get to it. Bongdia looking for Brady. Reed all the way over. And out for a Jumbos throw with 50 seconds to go. Do the Jumbos have one more attack in them here in this first half? Brady. Now it is Denby. And now Bongdia tried to turn. Instead, it'll go to Juantorena with Dylan Reed. Dylan Reed's going to try and send one long. That'll run. Clivio on it. Clivio's just going to boot that thing out of play. Throw in to be taken by Bowdoin. 25 to go. Steinberg behind his teammate he was looking for. Hunn's going to gut back to fight. Clivio's going to let that drop. Shanks the clearance. Bay cannot get around Ingersoll there. Ingersoll with a second step there. Bongdia has it now. He will just boot it into the corner. And the Jumbos are going to go to halftime here in the quarterfinals, up 2-0. What a first half here at Bello Field. Ethan, we were talking about the story of what the story of the game was going to be, and it looks like it's been set pieces, as the Jumbos have put in 2 off of set pieces. Halftime here at Bello Field, Polar Bears 0, Jumbos 2.
we've learned a lot from him, and we've probably learned more from him than he's learned from us.
I think they're a real important part in my life. I can't describe it. It feels amazing.
Team Impact is a national nonprofit that connects kids living with serious and chronic illness with college athletic teams, forming lifelong bonds and life-changing outcomes.
Give me a break it! Break it!
Can I have a hug? What's your favorite subject?
Now,
When you spread the word about Team Impact, you have the power to change lives.
Welcome back to Bellow Field. We're getting ready for the second half. Jumbo's going to kick off any second now with back to the original starting lineup here for the Jumbos.
Whoever's on the football, I'm actually going to assign homework that everyone has to watch the Thursday night football game.
Tristan Bureau plays it wide to Liam Gherkin. And it'll be played back and flicked on by Bird. And here comes Bay, and here comes Bowdoin right away. Nice step there from Paoletta to take care of that first attack. And now it will be Ian Daly trying to play it, and now Enge plays that one wide, but overhit, looking for Max Cook.
Conditions seem clear in the second half. We begin the first half with a bit of rain. Currently no rain, just a bit of fog, not really any wind.
Yeah, that is definitely good news. Sean Trainer fighting for that one against Reed, and that is going to go out for Jumbo's throw. The referee's going to overrule his line judge on that wing. And Sean Trainer's not happy about that. But here comes Houseman and now plays it into Bird. Flicked on. Jacobs trying to make a run. Reed gets to it. Boots that one way out of play into the stands. And that'll be a Jumbo's throw.
Not any attacking opportunities so far in this first minute, but it looks like the Jumbos have come out onto the front foot with their starting lineup. That's not good news for the Polar Bears, who have a tall ask if they want to equalize this game at least before the end of regulation.
Van Brewer behind Enge. And now it'll be controlled by Ian Daly. Ian Daly nicely in, flicked on by Trainer. And now it'll be flicked on. Daly's going to turn, or Gherkin's going to turn and run. Misplayed there by Kingston, but is nicely taken care of to Cooper from Bay. Cooper with 2 on him. Gherkin's going to press now. And now Trainer tries to stand one up and instead pop to Bay. Arrow got ahead to it first. But here is Steinberg. Steinberg's going to turn and take space. And now play looking for Bird. Instead plays Ward. Bird tried to play back to Ward. Could not. Enge with it now. Wide to Liam Gherkin. Liam Gherkin's going to stand that one up, looking for Sean Trainer, who will control it on that left wing. Try and spin around too. That's a tall task. Donlin gets rid of it to Bird. 2 on him. Nicely done by Gherkin and Daly to get rid of that. And Eric Lauta's going to take the ball. Swings it wide, looking for Max Cook. Max Cook takes the touch. Both sides just kind of getting their touch back in here. A little bit of sloppy play early in this second half. Ward tries to play it on. Flicked on nicely. Pushing the back. Ref's going to call offsides. Oh, man, the Jumbos caught a break there. See, if he was on, that would have been a pen. And the Bowdoin bench is making their displeasure with the referees very much known. Daly, that ball cut out by Bay. Bounces over the head of Brown and out of play for Jumbo's throw.
Bowdoin coach currently barking at the referee, Luis.
For sure. Max Jacobs nicely played through. Sean Trainer on his right foot. Gets around the defender. Drops him. Can't get around a second defender. Probably should have pulled the trigger after dropping the first defender. Jumbos, though, with a good high press. It'll go out for a Bowdoin throw, though.
We've seen Trainer score goals at Bellow Field in that kind of position, even in this half, but it just couldn't get a shot away there.
Van Brewer and Gherkin pressing high, and out it'll come to Sean Trainer. Into Van Brewer. Van Brewer's going to play it over the head of Reed. Max Jacobs in behind. Cannot quite get around Steinberg, who gets it out as far as midfield, and that'll roll out of play for a Jumbo's throw. Where Max Clivio will take it and just play it back to Lauta, and the Jumbos will reset. Ian Daly with a good ball into Sean Trainer. Sean Trainer being tackled. That should have been a foul there on Donlin. Instead, it is played on by the Jumbos. Enge now gets around a defender. Cannot get around a second. Is a good tackle there by Juantorena, and a dangerous tackle in on his heels by Enge. That'll be a foul.
I agree with that call there, but like you said, a missed call on the wraparound Sean Trainer.
Hausman with a poor touch. Gherkin's there. Then Hausman goes over the top of Van Brewer. Poor touch, and now it's Bird controlled by Polar Bears. Nicely in towards Hausman, and now it is Cooper. Cooper, that surely looked like a hit off the hand of Hausman, but nice touch there as dropping the press was Gherkin with that nice little cutback. The Jumbos will slow it down. High press here coming from Ward. Lauta gets it out, and now to pop to Enge, who plays Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow is going to switch it to Ian Daly. Ian Daly's going to look towards Gherkin, instead try to play Sean Trainer. That one's going to slip out of play. And now it is Cooper. Cooper has and will find Brown, who tries to play it in. Ball goes through the feet of Paoletta, but dealt with by Max Clivio. Poor clearance there, but Enge's there to take the second bounce, and Daly will control. Jumbo's playing with fire a little bit. That one is booted out. Poorly judged there by Max Cook, and it'll instead run to Steinberg. Steinberg looking for Bird, cannot control it. Travis Van Buren on it now. Just boots it up. The Jumbo's under deep press here. Brown with it. Now into Cooper. Looking for Ward. Ward trying to turn. Cooper will take it. Cooper tries to get in behind. Paoletta's going to shield that out for a goal kick, excuse me.
Good end there to that defensive stand by the Jumbos. They sort of had to regain their focus. Paoletta early in that, getting nutmegged. The Jumbos struggling to clear the ball away while under deep pressure by the Polar Bears, but great shielding out of bounds there by Paoletta for this Lauta goal kick.
For sure, for sure. One turn all over Max Jacobs. Max Jacobs still wins that ball. Now the second ball is won by a combination of Gherkin and Van Brewer. Now it pops to Gherkin. Gherkin's going to turn and run. Forces it out for a Jumbo's throw there. And now it's quickly taken. Back, Calvin Arrow on it. Now into Van Brewer. Van Brewer with a little bit of space. Van Brewer stands one up. Looking to get it over Reed. Cannot quite get it over Reed. It'll instead come to Juantorena. Juantorena will drop that one off for Brown. Brown looking for Ward. Ward gets hit in the back by Ian Daly, who doesn't like the call. But that seemed like a pretty clear call. And it'll be quickly taken by Bowdoin. Cooper on it. Actually, Cooper's going to slow this down and let numbers get up. Try and put a ball. See if he can do what the Jumbos did in the first half and get a goal off of a set piece.
Yeah, currently the difference between these two teams with the 2 goals is taking advantage of these set piece opportunities, so the Polar Bears will want to do that here.
6 in the box. Outswinger coming from Cooper. He'll play it short instead to Bay, and then Bay plays it behind him. I don't know what the plan was there. Now it comes to Brown.
Hey, backside!
It'll come all the way wide, and now the ball will be swung in from the wing. Bird cannot get it out. Found a dangerous spot. Jacobs, wow, he went down easily. Juantorena looked for the slightest bit of contact and then hit the turf. The Jumbos are pleading their case, but it's not going to make a difference. The reality is, right now, Bowdoin has their best chance of the game. A free kick from about 23 yards, dead center.
Again, a great opportunity for Bowdoin here.
It looks as if Juantorena wants this. Hausman also standing over it. And a third guy is Cooper, but Cooper seems as if he's going to, might be conceding this. Jumbos have 4 in the wall. Eric Lauta guarding his left post. It looks as if Bird's now standing over it with Reed.
5 can't be in the wall, referee. 5, they can't be
Dozatel echoing his opinions about the rules regarding the number of players that can be in a wall or from which team. Bowdoin currently putting 2 players in the
Reed
wall.
standing over it. Reed steps over it. Bird with a shot blocked by the wall. Bird tries to get a second shot out of play. That was not deflected. Goal kick. Jumbo survived that chance.
Interesting thought there by the Polar Bears free kick taker. Trying to put that ball through the wall, clearly not trying to put it over. But the wall remains sturdy as players from the Jumbos jumped up and the ball did not creep through.
Big chance avoided there by the Jumbos, and you got to feel good after surviving a chance like that.
Yeah, opportunity truly squandered by the Polar Bears when they truly needed to capitalize.
That one's in the air, being fought for, and Jacobs fights for it. Can't control it cleanly, but the Polar Bears once again cannot control the ball in the midfield. That'll go out of play for a Jumbo's throw. Max Cook down the line looking for Trainer. Trainer cannot control it, but it'll go out for another throw. Into Trainer this time. Trainer fighting against Steinberg, wins another throw. Max Cook once again to take a throw. He'll play Van Brewer. And now Max Cook with it. And nicely worked to Enge, who will play Calvin Arrow, who will switch it wide to Biagio Paoletta. And the Jumbos will reset in their own half. Oh, good ball over the head of Arrow to Travis Van Brewer. Travis Van Brewer gets shoved. Houseman not getting called for the foul. And now he'll play it into Ward. Ward gets his pocket picked by Arrow, wins it back though. All the way back to Steinberg. Arrow's out of position now. Arrow with a great tackle there, clean as a whistle. Out for a Polar Bears throw, but a necessary tackle there from Calvin Arrow. Steinberg to take. This one's going to roll all the way out for a goal kick. And the Polar Bears, not yet, but pretty soon they're going to have to start thinking about the clock as they have just over half an hour to save their season.
For sure, all hands on deck for these final 30 minutes. It'll be necessary for the Polar Bears, who need 2 goals to be able to save their season.
Eric Lauta standing over another goal kick. Polar Bears looking set to make a pair of substitutions. That ball bounces off the hand of a Polar Bear midfielder. The coaching staff on the sideline is once again expressing their incredulity at the call, but it'll be a Jumbo's free kick at midfield. Calvin Arrow will just play that back to Enge, and it'll go wide to Max Cook. Out for another Jumbo's throw. Jumbos seem content just playing possession right now. And now Enge, is cutting in. Being forced back by that is Wantarena. Now Ian Daly all the way wide to Liam Gherkin. Liam Gherkin's going to run, try and play Van Brewer. It will come to Van Brewer. Van Brewer will let it run. Now we'll cut back. Gets his pocket taken by Brown. Van Brewer trying to get back. Brown running. Brown getting all the way up. Tries to play it wide. Good touch there from Ward. And a great slide tackle all the way over from Biagio Paoletta, but the ref's going to come back and give the free kick he did not give earlier. Still a great play by Paoletta to get all the way over and prevent that chance from continuing.
Indeed, good call by the referee to try and allow play to continue with advantage being played, but it was clear that the foul put the Polar Bears at a disadvantage in the end, with Arrow not getting the ball at all on his attempted
Bay with
tackle.
the free kick, right foot, going to in-swing this one towards the back post. That one is hit. Reed trying to get to it over the head of the keeper, and a goal kick. 2 subs going to be made by Bowdoin now. Into the game for Bowdoin will be Agunloy replacing Bay, and once again Kai DeGrand's going to come in for Cooper. Agunloy is going to try and give a little bit of a new element to this midfield, and DeGrand showed a lot of skill, a lot of possession control in that first half in the little time we did see of him.
Yeah, best sports moment.
Certainly, the tough center of midfield has been dominating this game, and if Bowdoin wants to get any remnants of opportunities,
ooh, that was a dangerous little double pull as Calvin Arrow and Agunloy got into it right away. Both of them pulling each other, trying to get the player down. Ref rules a free kick, and Bowdoin will reset the play. Here is Kai DeGrant. Great tackle there from Enge. That is you know what, that's a right call, but that's a late call from the referee. He is taking his sweet time making calls right now. And the Jumbos are going to counter the Bowdoin moves with 2 of their own. It looks as if it might be the same 2 moves we saw in the first half, with Owen Denby and Woo Vin Shin set to check back into this game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, correct. Speaking of things that are broke, the Polar Bears have yet another set piece. Maybe this one can actually find a head. It'll be taken by Brown. That one is stood up and well misplayed, but a shanked clearance from Enge. And it'll come to Bird. Bird tries to play and nicely plays Brown. Brown on the touchline, swings the ball back in. Header flicked around, bouncing around. Daly tried to get to it, could not. A big push there, Clivio fighting against Reed, and a goal kick for the Jumbos.
A dangerous play there created by the Polar Bears after another disappointing free kick.
And it will be the same 2 subs. As you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Ethan. And the Jumbos seem very content with how things are going.
Coach currently lecturing the players who are subbed off on how to handle an overlap.
Max Jacobs plays it, and now Sean Trainer can turn and run. Sean Trainer's going to try and get around Reed. Cannot do so. Good slide tackle there from Reed. Jumbo's throw. Quickly taken by Max Cook. Plays it, looking for Van Brewer. That ball bounces, and Donlan's going to have to deal with it. He'll just boot it, where Paoletta will control it and reset for the Jumbos. Switches it all the way to Ian Daly. Ian Daly plays it wide to Owen Denby. Owen Denby going to run against DeGrand. Cuts inside of DeGrand and now plays it nicely into Van Brewer. That ball popped up on Van Brewer, but a poor touch there from Donlan, and he'll send in Sean Trainer on that right wing. Sean Trainer one-on-one. Sean Trainer cutting in. Ball bouncing around in the box. Denby tried to get to it. Van Brewer's going to stand one up. Looking for Woo Vin Shin, bouncing around still. Jumbos cannot control it. It'll come to Bird. Polar Bears can look to counter. Swings it wide, looking for Houseman. Houseman has Steinberg to his right. Well, instead, will slow it down, and a ball that almost was picked off by Van Brewer. And then Juan Torrena plays it behind Brown, causing him to have to run back and get to it. And now Akorige tries to play it, can't get it, and now here comes Jacobs. Jacobs is going to run. Jacobs tries to get in behind the defense, cannot get in behind both of them. And that'll go out of play for a Jumbo's throw.
Max Jacobs is lethal in those kinds of positions. He couldn't quite get to it. He limps off the field.
Yeah, he is being replaced. That is not a sight you want to see for the Jumbos.
Max Jacobs not without his injury troubles throughout the season. So that's an unfortunate late in this game.
Hand me the program for a second.
Woo Vin Shin on the ball.
Controlled now. Woo Vin Shin wide. Fighting for it. Ball whipped in towards the back post. Shin trying to get there. Cannot quite get to that ball. Good fight there.
Interesting no call by the referee there. Shin not getting to the ball. As the referee goes down, big collision with Arrow. Stoppage of play.
What's the call there? I'm not quite sure. Is the ref going to show a card? No. He's just going to rule it a... What's the rule? Drop ball? I don't know.
Yeah, that's certainly not something I've seen before.
I don't know how they rule that, but it's going to be Bowdoin ball anyway. And now Akunloy trying to control it. Plays it wide to Kai DeGrand. And a poor touch, and now the Jumbos can look to run. Woo Vin Shin has runners. He has Werner to his middle. Instead plays it wide. That's Sean Trainer. Sean Trainer onto his left foot. A cross shot wide. Good hit there from Sean Trainer. Just couldn't get it on target.
Yeah, in these final 26 minutes with the Polar Bears needing a goal, they're pressing higher, and clearly when they gave the ball away there, although they did a solid job of getting back in the end, they did allow Woo Vin Shin and Trainer to break.
Yeah, he had Werner through the middle there. Werner, who just got in to this game, could have gotten a goal right away. But the ball was played wide to Trainer's head. And here is Trainer, who's going to turn and chase. And now Werner will turn and chase onto Donlin. Werner's going to get called for a foul for a bump in the back. And it'll be quickly taken by, that is Reed. And now it'll come wide. And now Hausman will control. All the way wide to Steinberg. Nicely controlled. Jumbos win it back. And now it is Sean Trainer. Sean Trainer's going to open it up and look for Werner. Werner gets tripped behind the play. Ref says it was clean. That seemed very interesting.
Yeah, a little careless for how much Werner was outnumbered in this attacking third. Bowdoin probably doesn't want to go down any men this late into the game with a 2-goal deficit.
For
that was
sure,
a risky
no.
challenge.
And now it's Denby, who will try and play Werner, but that one's going to go out of play. Jumbo is getting set to make 2 more subs momentarily, as definitely starting to see a little more confidence about the way this game's going to end up. Arrow with a bit of a shove there on Agunloy. That'll be a free kick for Bowdoin. Brown standing over this one again. And looks as if the Bowdoin coaching staff is looking for Calvin Arrow to be shown a yellow, but the referee is not even listening to him at this point because he has not stopped yelling at him since the halftime whistle started. That ball is swung way out. Header flicked back on, out of play, goal kick.
Once again, Bowdoin failing to capitalize on those set-piece opportunities. Not even really looking threatening there, unfortunately, for them.
Jumbo's going to make 2 subs. Ingersoll will give Travis Van Brewer a respite, and Ben Werner was not in very long as Ethan Feigen, the true freshman, is going to replace him. I'm sure you can probably pick up on the mics the continued argumentative nature of the Bowdoin coaching staff.
Yeah, the Bowdoin coaching staff complaining about how long it's taking Lauta to take these free kicks or goal kicks as the time winds down. Really finding any reason to bark at the referees at this point, but the referee's still not having it.
I think it's kind of ironic considering that Bowdoin's own keeper was taking about 30 seconds per goal kick towards the end of overtime on Tuesday. And now they're complaining about how long Tufts is taking on goal kicks. Here is Kingston looking to send one up, maybe spring an attack off of a punt. That one has some distance, but Pauletta's right there. Hausman, that'll be taken under control. Plays it back. That ball swung in. Great sliding tackle there by Paoletta. Just get rid of that ball from Steinberg. And now Juantorena will play it back to Reed. Reed, wide to Steinberg. Into Hausman. Juantorena now. Juantorena's going to try and play Steinberg. That ball is well overhit, out of play for a goal kick. Jumbo's with another goal kick. Just over 20 minutes to go here. Not much has gone on in this second half so far. Just a lot of possession play. Jumbo's content with that. Bowdoin not so much.
The Jumbo's very comfortable in defense. That's been one of their strengths throughout the season. They had a very long streak of games where they had not conceded a goal. And it looks like they're going to add a
dangerous tackle there. That could see a card. As a foot to the face of Enge. I'm honestly shocked he did not see a yellow for that. It'll be Paoletta to take. That one's going to stand up. Looking for, I believe that was Ingersoll. Now here is Ingersoll. Correction, that was Ethan Feigen who was looking for Paoletta with a dangerous tackle. Kaidegran trying to play a through ball. Had no one to get to. And here come the Jumbos looking to press high. As Wuvenshin all the way up. Now Arrow's going to get there. Just play that one out of play for a throw. Steinberg to take quickly. Good pressing there from Feigen, who will now turn and step towards Dunlin. This one's going to go wide. Great tackle there, or great turn there from Brown, who will play to Grant. Grant one-on-one against, that is Daly. This one is in, played nicely, and Ingersoll will lay it off for Feigen. Feigen has runners. Being triple teamed, gets rid of it nicely to Ian Daly, who will play it wide to Owen Denby, and he will send a ball down the line for Sean Trainer. Sean Trainer with his back to goal will just control it, reset. Ingersoll will take it, and the Jumbos will look to possess. Nicely played. Moving Shin into Trainer. Trainer over the head looking for Feigen. That ball's going to go long instead. Can Cook get there? He cannot all the way get there. That'll go out as far as Calvin Arrow. Now Calvin Arrow on it again. Wide to, that is Ethan Feigen. Into Wu-Vin Shin. Now Arrow. Looked for and finding Trainer. Jumbo's a little bit of miscommunication between Cook and Feigen, and that'll go out for a Polar Bears throw. That one is booted out of play for a Jumbos throw, and it'll be a sub for the Jumbos. Max Cook going to get a little bit of a break as Liam Gherkin's going to come back into the game.
Possibly considered a bit of an attacking substitution, even though there's really no need to put this game away. I'm sure that Gherkin is capable of at least some of the defensive duties that Cook was going to be responsible for, and Cook gets a break.
And they will play it all the way back to Clivio. Plays into Ingersoll, and now wide to Max Clivio. He will play it wide to Liam Gherkin, getting a touch again. And now Clivio will cut back on his left foot and look to play it in. Ethan Feigen with a great touch. Now looks to play it for Denby, but that ball was not on the same page as where Denby was making that run. And that'll go out for a throw for the Polar Bears. And back into the game is Bay. He's been dangerous when he's gotten on the ball. Jumbos have to keep an eye on him. That one over the head of the defense. Pauletta's just going to let it run and then deal with it. Nicely playing it to Ian Daly. Laid off to Ingersoll now. Wide to Calvin Arrow. Calvin Arrow down the line. That one's deflected. Poor touch there from Donlin, and the Jumbos can win it back. Great 1-2 play, and here is Owen Denby trying to get in around Brown. Reed steps to it. Wu-Vin Shin there, and now it's DeGrant. Picked off beautifully by Ingersoll. Wu-Vin Shin with it. Wu-Vin Shin in for Trainer. Trainer on his right foot, has runners. Slides that one across the back of the box, bouncing around just over the feet of Wu-Vin Shin. And here come the Polar Bears looking to counter. That ball is given away immediately as Liam Gherkin tracking back wins it. He will play it back. Dangerous ball picked off by Bird. Keeper's out of position. Keeper's able to get back. What a bad ball there from Gherkin. Ball swung in, flicked on, out, away by Daly. Gherkin will keep it in only as far as that is Steinberg. Now it is Bird. DeGrand has it. He has wingers to his left. He'll find Brown. Brown looks to put it on ball. Out to challenge is Denby. Denby's going to force him to the touchline. That ball swung in over the head of everyone to Bird on the back post. Bird stands that one up, out by Paoletta. Ethan Feigen can now turn and send. He has Trainer. Can he pick out Trainer with the ball? Trainer's trying to stay on. Feigen will play Ingersoll. Wide to Owen Denby. Now it will be Trainer. DeGrand cuts that one out, but Denby's there off of DeGrand and a jumbo throw.
The Jumbo's honestly lucky there to get away, still maintaining this clean sheet. I'm sure the coaching staff will be disappointed that their team was in the position where the goalkeeper had to come out.
Yeah, and it looks as if the Jumbos are going to respond to that. They're going to bring Travis Van Brewer back in for Wu-Vin Shin, giving a little more senior leadership to this team. Not letting them mentally. What is going on here? And now Sean Trainer to Denby. And now Wu-Vin Shin, and now Denby again. Shin trying to play with Demby. Gives it away. Nicely won by Daly. DeGran tries to control it and does get it around Sean Trainer, but plays it back dangerously and giving away. Now it's Wu Vin Shin. Can't get around 2, but Demby's there. Wins it, though, to Bird, and now Bay. Into the feet of the attacker. Tries to turn around of Paoletta. Plays the ball down the line looking for Bird. Bird stamps on the back of... That could be a yellow. There is no way in hell that was anywhere near a play on the ball. The Bowdoin bench is very upset, but I don't know how you can be, as he literally just stood on the back of... And now here come the Jumbos again. And that'll go out of play for a Jumbo's throw. Jumbo's going to make 2 subs. Ethan Fagan's going to come out, Mikey Brady coming in, and Wu Vin Shin will be replaced by Travis Van Buren. Back in the game for the Polar Bears is Harry Cooper, replacing Kai DeGrand, and once again returning is Ward. Up top, Polar Bears going to throw everything at it with only 15 minutes left in their season. Good win there in the corner by Trainer. Fighting for it now is Van Brewer. That is going to go. Still fought for in the corner, and now out for a Jumbo's throw. Demby to take. Liam Gherkin's going to come all the way over to show, and now Mikey Brady's going to show short. He will find Mikey Brady. Fighting for it, and now that is out. And now it is Ward. Ward trying to cut in. Going to switch it. Nice switch there. Looking for Steinberg. Steinberg keeps it in. Over to counters Liam Gherkin. Has Houseman inside of him. Instead plays Bird. Bird tries to turn around Calvin Arrow, but Calvin Arrow only gets it out to Steinberg. Steinberg now cutting in. Steinberg looking to make a run. Ball bouncing in the box. That one is dangerous. Down on the ground is Paoletta. A foul against the Jumbos behind the play. And that is 2 sights you don't want to see. A free kick in a dangerous spot. And your senior center back, the rock of this defense, Biagio Paoletta, is down and hurt.
Yeah, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. And seeing a tough player like him in a lot of pain is not a sight you want to see. It's not something you would expect to see. Players asking for the athletic trainers to come onto the field.
That is not a good sign for the Jumbos. This is a Jumbos team that really, they're going to need Paoletta in this NESCAC tournament and going forward in the NCAA tournament. So if he is out for a long period of time, that will be really damaging to this team's postseason aspirations.
Agreed. It's not the cherry on top that you would want on this easy victory against Bowdoin.
Yeah, as you can see, it's not just humans who are taking in today's sights. We have some lovely pups who are enjoying today's game. As you can see on this screen right now, they are here supporting the Jumbos alongside all of you. While we have a little bit of break in the action, we will remind you that next Saturday you can tune into JumboCast for the final home football game of the season. We will have Sam Brill on the call as the Jumbos look to get their second win of the season at home next weekend. Free kick taken. Header bouncing around. Dangerous header. Down goes. That is Reed, who tried to get a diving header on it. And now, not quite sure why the clock has not started yet.
The referee examining the posts.
Referee is telling the scoreboard operators to restart the clock. And the clock is not cooperating. Not quite sure what's going on here.
Yeah, it's possible that the clock did not move during that free kick luckily, not too many seconds were taken off the clock.
Anyway, Jumbo's now back at it. Enge in, replacing Paoletta, as Calvin Arrow is going to actually drop to that center back role. That ball pops and spins high in the midfield. Up to step to it is Denby, and now Mikey Brady. Van Brewer stepping. That ball's going to go out of play. Or not out of play, sorry. It comes to Cooper, and now it is Bay. Arrow's going to get it out only towards midfield, where it'll come to Sean Trainer now. Sean Trainer can run. Jumbo's looking for the goal to put this one away. Trainer onto his right foot. Lays it off. Mikey Brady with a shot. Scores! Jumbos win. Jumbo's up 3-0. 12 minutes to go. This one is all but over. The Jumbos look to be set to move on to the semifinals. Mikey Brady puts this one away. The Jumbos bench is celebrating. The Bowdoin bench is absolutely silent. A complete domination here at Bello, and that goal all but secures the victory.
Complete demolition of the Polar Bears. The Jumbos really reshaped their strategy for this game, and they finally gotten their goal from free play. And
great finish there from Mikey Brady, right into the corner. And the Jumbos are going to take pretty much only positives, with the exception of that injury from this game.
Yeah, pretty surprising that the Jumbos were able to finish that sequence with a goal, considering I think the wind blew down 3 of their clearances in that single possession, the first one being the goal kick and another 2 clearances just being brought down by the wind.
Bird trying to win it back. Enge's going to send that one long, looking for Brady. And now here is Brady. Can he get a second in 2 minutes? He will instead hold up, look for teammates, looks for Trainer, almost found Sean Trainer. Instead it'll pop to Houseman. Houseman plays Bird. Polar Bears on the counter now. Bird cutting on. Cutting into his left foot, going to have a hit from distance, well over the bar. And looks as if the Polar Bears, with their season slipping away, are starting to play hero ball.
Indeed. Those are the chances you're going to have to take, unfortunately, for the Polar Bears, whether they're comfortable with it or not. With needing 3 goals in 11 and a half minutes, as if 1 goal was a tall enough order for them.
Yeah, the Jumbos haven't given up multiple goals here at Bello at all this season, so it's not mathematically impossible, but I wouldn't put money on Bowdoin being able to come back in this one.
Well said.
Lauta to take another goal kick. That one is going to hang up in the wind as well. Van Brewer fighting for it. Good step there from Ian Daly. Ian Daly's been everywhere today. Houseman trying to keep it, and now it's Cooper, and now Brown. Sean Trainer is just fighting for every ball on this sideline. Ooh, nice layoff. Little 1-2, and now it is Wantarena. Plays it back to Cooper. Cooper might have a hit here. It is to Wantarena. Wantarena on his right foot. Wantarena trying to get a shot. Can't. It'll come out to Cooper. Cooper with the shot. Deflected out. Van Brewer with it. Jumbos will look to go. Cooper blocks it only so it can be controlled by Mikey Brady. Reed is going to play it down the line. Jumbo's on it again. It is Ingersoll with a great turn around Houseman. Plays it all the way wide to that wing. Where is Max Cook, who tries to get around Steinberg. Steinberg takes it, and now it is Bay. Bay lays it off for Bird. Now to Steinberg. Bird. Steinberg. Van Brewer almost gets to it. Instead, the Jumbos are going to force it all the way back to Donlin. Here is Brown. Gherkin on him. Good ball into Ward. Ward being pressed by Enge. Now Bird with a great turn. Tries to get around a third defender. Enge doing a bit of a somersault there after coming out of that tackle. And now here is Bird. Bird plays one in. Good turn there. That one is deflected up. A tackle behind the ball. And that is going to be ruled a corner Jumbo's kind of incredulous at how Bird's attempt to take out, incidentally, Ian Daly was not ruled a foul, but it looks as if Bird took the worst of that. And you can hear the Bowdoin crowd screaming, but it looks to be as to no avail as they have 9 minutes to score 3 goals. They'll try and start with the corner here. In swinger, towards the back post, stood up header, great save by Lauta. Eric Lauta with a save of the day, keeping it a scoreless game here, or a scoreless score sheet for the Jumbos. And another corner for the Polar Bears, but what a save, huh, Ethan?
Yeah, save of the day. It only took 82 minutes for Lauta to be called into action, but he stepped up.
Reed tries to keep that in, can't. Jumbo's forcing it all the way wide. Reed will try and put another ball in. Out for another corner. 8.5 to go.
Yeah, in this defensive sequence, the Jumbo's doing a great job of not allowing Bowdoin to get these clean crosses and clean shots off.
Brown's going to come all the way in. That ball's going to be whipped in. Lauta out to punch it. Who will get there first? Jumbos will get to it and just boot that ball deep into the Bowdoin half. It'll go out for a throw-in. But right now, anything that is not a ball in the back of the Jumbo's net can be considered a win with the time remaining on the clock.
Lauta there defending that corner kick, looking like a seasoned goalkeeper for sure.
Sean Trainer still pressing high. Brown all the way over to the right side of step to this ball. Only 2 at the back right now for the Polar Bears. Trainer's going to turn, try and win that ball. Fighting against Houseman. It'll go out for a Jumbo's throw. 7.5 to go now. Jumbos will be making a sub. Bondia going to come back into the game. Sean Trainer is going to be done for today. What a game he has had, huh, Ethan?
Yeah, of course. We've seen him bring effort to every single ball that he's been near, pressing hard on the Bowdoin players, even when they have the ball. It's something that you like to see from every player on this team.
Mikey Brady, now Ingersoll. Van Brewer tries to keep that in, can't do so. Steinberg has it on the wing. Jumbo's up for that ball, can't control the second one. That'll go down the line, looking for a runner. Jumbo's fighting for it, cannot win it. Steinberg with another throw into Bird. Arrow gets that one out. Mikey Brady fighting for it. It'll come wide to Brown. Brown's going to stand one up, looking for... That's actually going to go almost on net, over the head of Lauta and out of play. Jumbos with a goal kick. 6 minutes to go. And you can see the seniors still communicating, still making sure the Jumbos don't slip off here. So they want to go into the semifinals playing their best soccer.
That is for certain.
Foul there on Clivio. Free kick for the Polar Bears. Everyone coming up now. They are not even going to leave one defender back at the midway line. They're bringing everyone except the keeper up with 5.5 to go. Bird's going to take this one. Bird stands one up towards the back post. Runner's there. Lauta catches that one. Jumbos have it. 5 minutes to go here. 3-goal lead. And they can taste a semifinals matchup with it will likely be against the Mammoths, who they beat here on senior night. We were at that game. Calvin Arrow put away that game with a winner in overtime. Good idea there from Gherkin. Could not quite find Mikey Brady. And the Polar Bears will look to go. That is played nicely by Harry Cooper. Trying to find it all the way for Steinberg. That's going to go all the way out of play for a Jumbos throw. Woven Shin's going to come in for the Jumbos. Travis Van Brewer is going to be done for the day. He's put in a shift and a half. started this one off with a great goal, and he definitely guaranteed that this would not be the last game of his career with the way he played today.
That's for certain. He got the opening goal that the Jumbos needed to be able to really impose their strategy on Bowdoin throughout the rest of the game, and then he continued to dominate that center midfield with Calvanero.
Ambitious hit there from Harry Cooper, well over the bar, and Eric Lauta is going to take his time getting to that and taking another goal kick. The Bowdoin bench is shouting out encouragement, trying to encourage their players to keep going, knowing that this one is over in all but time, but they are going to fight till the very end. Mikey Brady up for that one. Now Wu Vin Shin's going to fight for this one. It'll be one instead by Bowdoin. Down the line, Ward for Cooper. Cooper drops Wu Vin Shin with a nice move there. Good job there from the Jumbos pressing Bondia. And now it'll come to Ward. Can Bowdoin go home with the consolation goal at least? Ward cutting onto his right foot, plays it wide. Ball hit well too hard across from Steinberg. That looked as if he was unsure about whether or not to cross or shoot that, and did neither.
Good idea by Ward to work into the center of the pitch. Unfortunately, it's really too late for any goals of value to be scored in this game.
Absolutely. I could not have said it better myself. A goal at this point would have nothing but sentimental value for these Polar Bears. The ref's going to call a foul on Daly. I'm not sure for what. And so it'll be a free kick for the Polar Bears. 3 minutes to go. And they're going to send up 8 in the box. This free kick will be taken here. Ball swung in towards the back post. Lauta's out. No one was ready for that. Quickly taken free kick, but Lauta was aware and was able to get off his line and get to that ball.
Yeah, great punch again by Lauta, who's had to see some action in these final 10 minutes or so when Bowdoin has been more of an attacking presence.
Our corner flipped in. Out by Mikey Brady. Juan Terrena wide. Brown, one-on-one against Ingersoll. Good step there to keep it from being cut out, and Bowdoin will try and control it in the corner. Good turning there. Gets to the end line. Good tackle, sliding by Calvanero to get that one out. And now, a dangerous tackle behind the ball. He's going to see a card for that, for sure. Is it going to be a red? No, it's going to be yellow, as Brown is going to see a card, and the Bowdoin bench is absolutely incensed.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with that call from the referee there. Not quite a red card, but a reckless challenge sent Bangdia flying, and it's certainly worthy of a card there. And
now the referee's going to come over, and he might give a card to the bench here.
They certainly would deserve it. They've been barking at him all game.
The ref is giving a final warning to the Bowdoin bench, as if to say, if you keep talking, you will see the exit. Well, it doesn't seem to be making that big of a difference, as Bowdoin has about 1 minute and 40 before they see an exit anyway. Jumbo's just fighting for the balls, not giving up on anything despite having a 3-goal lead.
It's interesting to see these teams complain about calls when they're 3-0 down with less than 2 minutes remaining, as well as a team that's 3-0 up with less than 2 minutes remaining making substitutions.
I mean, I understand making substitutions up 3-0, especially when you saw what happened to Biagio Paoletta. You don't want to get any more of your starters hurt in a game that's already won.
That is a great point.
1 minute to go here at Bello. It has been a rainy, wind-soaked day, and the rain has melted Bowdoin's hopes of continuing on in this NESCAC tournament. Eric Lauta is going to take his sweet time as the Bowdoin fans are going to give an ovation to their team on their last game of this season. The referee is still being berated by the Bowdoin bench. Bowdoin's going to keep playing, fighting for it, and now it'll be Steinberg down that right wing. That is going to be shepherded out for a Jumbo's throw, and I don't even think anyone's going to... They're just going to throw this in, and that'll pretty much see it out. Here from Bellow Fields from the NESCAC quarterfinals. Final score, Jumbo's 3. Great save by Louts at the end as a bicycle tail attempt from Bird. Final score, Jumbo's 3, Polar Bears 0. The clock has struck 0 on the Polar Bears season, and the Jumbos are moving on in the NESCAC tournament. Ethan, what are your closing thoughts on today's game?
That's certainly what the Jumbos wanted to see in this game. Bowdoin had been a tough opponent for them up at Bowdoin in rough conditions last week in the 1-1 overtime draw. And the Jumbos just came out here swinging. They got the goal that they wanted early. They were able to impose their strategy on the game. And Bowdoin, even when they needed to be on the front foot, just couldn't threaten enough. Tufts adding another goal in that second half to make it 3-0. And the Jumbos will be moving on with momentum.
Yeah, that's the right way to put it, momentum. From all of us here at JumboCast, we'd like to thank you for turning in. I'm Riley Daniel. Alongside me has been Ethan Grubelich. It has been a pleasure. Thank you, and have a good night.